everyone, it's Julie. The activity that I'd like to do with you today is paint rubbings. And I'm just going to show you the materials that I've gathered that I happen to have in my house. You're welcome to use other materials. It's just a fun, easy activity to do at home. A book that you might want to check if you have it at home or you don't is called Mouse Paint. It's a good book. It explains how you go through the process of mixing the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, in order to make different colors. So back to the paint rubbings. So the first thing I did was I put the paint in bowls. And I'm going to start by putting the paint on the tiles. I'm going to start with blue. I'm just going to use a spoon. And I'm going to put some paint on here. And I'm going to use some red on this one. Again, I'm just going to put some paint on the tile. And you're welcome to use a brush, whatever you want. I'm just going to use my fingers. And I'm going to spread the paint. It comes off, it's washable. Some people like to put some dishwashing soap liquid in it, and that helps with it coming out. And I'm going to do the same thing for the blue. And now I'm going to make my design. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have some Q-tips, and I'm going to just draw a little design. I'm going to try and do a spiral on this one. Some of my paint might be a little, so there's the spiral on that one. I've used chopsticks before, and you can use the rolls, something else, and I'm just gonna, okay, that's not work, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back to, and that's okay to make mistakes. I'm gonna go back to the Q-tip, and this time I'm gonna do some different shapes. So I'm gonna do a triangle, I'm gonna do a rectangle, I'm going to do a square, and I'm going to do a circle over here. So I have my shapes. Now, I am going to, the first thing I'm going to do is take a piece of material. Just old white, it's an old white sheet. I'm going to put it down on the blue tile, just directly down on it. Okay. And I'm going to use my hands, and I'm going to rub. Try not to move the material around too much. And then I'm going to pull it back. And it might be a little hard to see, we have the rubbing. Okay, the paint might be a little thick, so you may want to thin it out a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and use a piece of paper, and I'm going to rub the paper. I'm going to place that down on the rubbing. I'm going to be gentle. I'm just going to pat it a little bit. I'm going to lift it up. Oh, and again, this is where trial and error comes in. We're going to keep trying. So the last thing I'm going to do, and I know this worked really well, I tried this one before, is a silicone trivet to keep my, and I mixed some of the colors. I started with blue. I'll put a little more blue on. And I added some yellow. And this is where the mixing colors comes in. It looks like this. It's a little messy. And now I'm going to take a piece of paper towel. I'm going to put it down on top of it. I'm going to pat gently. I'm going to pick it up, and I have a pattern. So just have fun. As you see, I made some mistakes. I've done it before and it's worked out well. Today was one of those days where it didn't, but I still had a great time. And I think that with your kids, if you just experiment and try different materials, like I said, you could use trays, you can use tiles, you can use paper. Just use your imagination and have a wonderful time. So until later, I'll see you again with a new activity. Have a great day.